There it is.
And we're live.
Hey guys, Amy here, live from my childhood den. This is so great and so wonderful to be in Texas. I took a road trip home, and I'm in Dallas, and I am quarantining myself upstairs. It's super duper great because like I have the whole upstairs. And I was able to reset up a classroom and do all of this stuff that I was doing back home. And so back home in Denver, and now I call Dallas home. I call Denver home. It's a thing. Anyways, okay. So
But you don't have a Bob Mackie Christmas Barbie and the Elf on the Shelf both behind you when you're in Denver. So we are so glad you went home.
there's another one. Oh God, there's a lot of stuff up here.
I'm loving this.
Of this Barbie special edition. It's like I can't even. You know what? I could even open this and like throw these back and like do you have back.
This is the live stream I deserved after the day that I've had. It's glorious.
Actually, just while we're here, okay, there's some Dr. Pepper bottles, some more Alberts and stuff. My mom.
Oh my God, is that a picture of you at a dance?
No, actually, that's my cousin Elizabeth. So, like, the left side is my dad's side of the family, and the right side of this is my mom's side of the family. So my mom worked for the Texas State Health Department for years, and then she got recruited to go to the corporate side to work and health and all of this stuff, which is also like, not that I need to make the excuse, but how I made the excuse to come home, because my mom was like, all right, so you're going to do this and this and this, and then you're going to do this. And she like made all these rules of like how to get through quarantine in the life of coronavirus and take care of my mental health, which was like, I need to go home. I need to be around my family. And I was like, but Mom, what if I get coronavirus and give it to you? And she's like, no, because you're going to do this and this and this. So, yeah. So live from Texas.
I love it.
And we're gonna talk about winning at distance learning. And we're gonna talk about what is called normal distribution. I really hate using the word normal distribution, but this is a statistical term, and I am going to very loosely explain what normal distribution is. And so it's got this cute little bell curve here. In this line right here down the middle is your average, it's your median, it's your middle. And you can move one standard deviation to the right, you can move one standard deviation to the left, and that's going to make up 68% of your data. So when we talk about where we fall in distance learning, we can talk about how every single kid is reading one book. Not every single kid, okay, but the vast majority, the average, is reading one book. And if I move one standard deviation to the right, then kids are reading two books. If I use one standard deviation, they're reading no books. This doesn't work out, actually. We should probably set it at like 5 books and whatever. So what I wanted to like picture, and what I wanted to explain, and what I wanted you all to like think about here is like, what is your average when it comes to distance learning? Is it completing 3 of the 7 activities? Is it completing 7 of the 25 activities? Is it doing 1 of the activities? And then thinking about like, if the average is completing 2 activities, where are my fingers? 2 activities. If we go 1 standard deviation over to the left, like who's doing less? Okay, they're doing 1 activity. And if you go 1 standard deviation to the right, they're doing 3 activities. If we go to 2 standard deviations, they're not doing any activities. If we're doing 2 standard deviations this way, they're doing 5 activities. And that accounts for, and my math is actually like not quite, again, this is very roughly, but 96% of the people that you are talking to, that you are looking at on Facebook, that you are thinking about, fall in this range of what they're doing, and what success looks like. Um, and then you can come down here and like you can move another standard deviation. There's people who haven't even opened up the curriculum, but those numbers are so small that we really want to focus on like what is the majority of people doing, and thinking about when you are beating yourself up of like what it looks like and what it should be, and know that the average number of people right here, the average amount is here, and 68% of all people that are doing distance learning right now are doing the same thing that you are. And so, and it might feel different because you're looking at someone who's 2, 3 standard deviations higher than you are. And so, something that MK and I talked about last week, like me personally, we were talking about like how I oftentimes, um, talk about like, oh, I want to define success. And I was like, oh, no, quite. I want to talk about like what failure looks like. And so, like, I started thinking to myself, like, what did failure look like today? And for me, like, if I didn't go out and run, because I'm not teaching kiddos at home. I'm only creating lessons for my own personal students. So I had to like think about this in a different way. I was like, okay, failure means not going for a run today. All right, great. I went for a run. The average number of people defined going for a run as what was the average. That was what the average like looked like. And so like there were some people who went for a run and went to the gym, and there were some people who went for a run, went to the gym, and took a shower. I don't know like what we wanted like all of these to mean. But like the cool thing about normal distribution is everyone falls in the same amount of time. Everyone falls um like within the 68%, within this 96%, and it's a moving target. So like if you all right, so I didn't go for a run yesterday. I didn't go for a run yesterday. Um um I didn't go for a run yesterday because I was driving for Texas, right? And so like what did that mean? Well, okay, this becomes the new normal for the day. Okay, so this then shifts this way. And so, like, there are people that didn't go on a run but thought about going to a run. And that was one standard deviation to the right. And then there were people who didn't go on the run and didn't think about going on the run. So that's one standard deviation to the left. Then there are people who didn't want to go on a run at all and didn't even think about it. And so that's two deviations. And the crazy thing is, like, it changes day by day, just like this moves instance by instance. Like, if you can zero in, it's going to follow the same little distribution that 68% is going to be one standard deviation higher and one standard deviation lower. So each day it's going to be different. Every single day is going to be different. Someday you're going to be over here where you've completed 7. Some days you're going to be over here where you've completed 0. You thought about completing, but you didn't complete it. And the thing is, and this is with teaching, is that not every day is going to be the same. Not every day is going to look the same. It's going to feel the same, and it's going to move over and over and over. But what's cool about normal distribution is that this is always going to lie. That not lie, but like it's always going to be what it needs to be. In that whatever you set as the average, whatever you set as the median, whatever you set as the middle, that's what the majority of people are doing. And so you get to set what failure looks like. You get to set what success looks like. You get to set what the average looks like every single day. And here's the coolest thing about it all, you get to redefine it every single day. You can even redefine it in the moment. I have been working on this new setup in my parents' upstairs den. I made a joke about like how my mom got rid of the furniture just for me to like go ahead and like set up my own dream classroom. I don't have this camera on right now. And if I did, like it would pan and it would like show even more amazingness. You can't see it, but there is a autographed picture of Chuck Norris in this stuff too. But anyways, so my day has been spent trying to figure out how to get Zoom, how to get Google Meets, how to get like the equipment that is the swivel camera, like all talking to each other so that I can begin recording lectures again. In that moment, like my at the beginning of the day, average was to be able to have things on the outside, and then there's like a screen here, and failure meant like not being able to make all of this work. And I'm turning this on so you can see what the issue is with this. Like, let's see, is it gonna turn on? I don't know. Like, well, it's got a glare on it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So then I had to redefine what average looked like for me. So I was like, okay, you know what? Average, going back to like my little standard deviation, is I had to move that target. I had to move what failure looked like. And failure, for me, was honestly not recording a video today. Guess what? I recorded too. So I don't know where that falls on my little standard deviation here, but I would probably put it over here because average was going to be recording one video. Not failing to me was going to be not recording a video. And so now I'm over here. I'm on the other side. But I still would have, even if I didn't record one video because I was having, I'm still within my average. So that was a lot of rambling, and I talk so fast. But I hope I made you.
What you mean you talk fast? Who are you talking to? You good. You good. You good. Your coach loves you, win in life. You're fine, and you're an amateur. I love you, but no, you do not talk fast. Whoa.
Okay, wait, I have to show you. Like, ready? There
No.
you
are. Now turn around and let him see the elf on the shelf that I had to look at that was over your shoulder right before we went live. Okay. It's amazing. We got darkness.
Oh, no. Nope, because my
hands. Barbie, Holiday Barbie, Elf on the Shelf, and Chuck Norris. 2 Barbies. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I mean, so that's an armadillo at a drafting table because my dad used to like do drafting and stuff.
Wow.
The ABCs according to Texans.
Oh my god.
I could do all day of this.
You are definitely in Texas. God blessed it.
You know, you gotta have the like riding the cow at Billy Bob's type thing. So
wow.
And back to like my standard deviation thing, like.
Well, actually, I think Texas is a fantastic example, right? So Texas makes its own rules, and they are not shy about it. I lived in Texas for a while. They define what normal is every single day, whereas the rest of us kind of just looking at each other, kind of trying to figure out what normal is. We don't feel comfortable throwing it down and stating it the way that Texas does. Texas is like, come at me, bro. No one else really does that. And that actually is mathematical logic. It's a sound logic. It's the right thing to do, particularly when you're doing math. And that's kind of what I wanted to get at today. At a point when you don't know what to do, we look left and look right, and we fill in that blank with something negative when odds are pretty good that you were actually supposed to do that all along. Wake up and say, I'm setting the average, not guessing based off what's around you, but rather, this is what I choose normal to be today. And that is your starting line. It's not cheating. It's good math.
You name this every single day. Statisticians, I don't know what the word is, but they set what normal is.
Nerds.
So guess what? You get to set your normal for what distance learning looks like. And it is every single day, every single moment. And as a teacher, there are times when I have to do it like in the moment. Like if you have not Googled crab rave and played crab rave for your children, please go out and do that.
Or it's raining tacos.
Or yes, it's raining tacos. because sometimes that's what the kids need in the moment. And so we get on tables and we dance to crab rape because we define this. We define this every single day, every single moment based on everything that is going on. So just take that with what it is. You're doing wonderful things. You are doing amazing things at home. Stop thinking that you got to be over here. Nope, you're right here. You're right where you need to be.
It's just like in a race when you look around and you wonder, am I doing it right? Am I where I'm supposed to be? Odds are pretty good. You were all along. You got to take control of this distance learning thing, just like you got to take control of your race. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Every move, every choice you've ever made is the right one. In that moment, it's good math. It's not cheating.
Not cheating at all. All right, guys. You're
Amazing.
coached. You're loved. Greetings from Texas. Maybe next week I will shoot this live from my bathroom. I'm going to save my bathroom.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. As long as you don't look like Violet did this afternoon and she got in the chocolate.
Whole new world.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I think we need to have that right after we have the happy hour game that we're putting together right now. Yeah. I might need a happy hour before I try to produce that segment, Amy. Oh my God. On that note, come back next week for Amy's bathroom and shots. Yay!